The third little blue rock from the sun. God's blue-green earth. Billions of people all searching for help, for hope, for something real. The question is, where do you actually find that? I'm Calculate Cal, the Millennial Spoken, and this is CalculateCal.com presents the Millennial Spoken Podcast. Here we take what's happening in the world right now, real events, real situation, and we ask one question. Is God really our help and hope? And is God actually good? Not just what we've been told, but what we see, what we feel, and what we're living through. Each episode, me and my guests break it down, from faith to tech to war to life. And in the end, we leave it with you. Based on everything you know, do you believe God is good? Welcome to the Millennial Spoken. So today, good day, my Duelistocrats, my supporters. I'm Calculate Cal, the Millennial Spoken, your host. Today, my guests are
Masterclass.
and
Kamikaze, man. You know what it
okay,
is.
all right. So let's step into the first topic. So the first
Hold
topic,
on, hold on. Do you want to tell the viewers kind of the background? Like, this isn't our first time doing this, right? Because a certain someone messed up.
well,
right?
certain someone we don't know who that person is.
You.
Oh, it's
You,
me.
nigga.
It's
Yeah, you.
Oh no, I have amnesia. I don't remember this.
Yeah, whatever.
So the Open AI, I believe this happened on Friday. Open AI says CEO Sam Altman's house was targeted with a Molotov cocktail.
So we're going to jump right back into it.
We're gonna jump. Yeah,
All right.
we do. This is not our first podcast. It's just our first recorded podcast. So NBC News on Friday, April 10th, I believe that was last week, 2026. The Chat GPT maker reports that this incident was happened with, I believe, a 20-year-old suspect.
That's what the news reported.
That's what they reported. Yeah. So on 4:12 a.m., officers responded to a fire investigation at a North Beach neighborhood. And at 5:07 a.m., officers responded to the threat of someone burning down businesses at 1400 block on the 3rd Street of San Francisco. And we know that Sam Altman wasn't actually found in the report, but we know it was most likely was his house. That's why OpenAI reported it. The suspect was apprehended. It was a 20-year-old male. So, Masterclass, do you have anything to say about this?
Yeah, I do. And I don't believe that Sam Altman was being targeted and for the way a serial killer would go about things, or even really murder was on the table in general. I don't think that the harm to him or his property was at the forefront of this attack. I think it was more an attack on OpenAI than it was on Sam Altman.
So he was just frustrated that ChatGPT was too, I don't know, expensive. ChatGPT is free. What was he so angry about?
So there is a government contract that
Oh,
ChatGPT, OpenAI, I guess I should be more specific in saying, has a contract with the government for surveillance, and that's going to be funded by the taxpayers. So it could be that this young man doesn't think very highly of the direction of the company.
Okay, I see, I see. So, Kamikaze, do you have anything to say about that?
Man, here's my thing, man. Like I said before, I advocate for violence, right? However, I need niggas to chill because I like using my chat GPT. It helps with everything from my diabetes to everyday minor tasks that I need having done. And, I literally do not need niggas getting after Sam Altman. Leave that man alone. Leave him alone, bro. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know about the whole. If he was thinking logically, then maybe he was upset about the whole. What is it, a defense contract?
Yeah, it's some sort of defense contract.
Yeah,
This guy probably used ChatGPT to light his house up.
They are
like ChatGPT. Where's Sam Altman? Yeah, he's at this block.
From what I understand, they're discussing possibilities to surveil people through any kind of cameras, security cameras, and on their cell phones as well.
Wow,
So
that's
basically, full coverage on surveillance. They have.
well, no offense, but like that's like a field day for crazy people. Like
Exactly.
they all this government conspiracy crazy people go crazy for it. Like, and I should know. I take pills for schizoaffective disorder.
That's why I'm not sure.
Bro, you do not take pills.
Okay,
You,
you're
you,
right.
you take a syringe
I
that
get
is
a
long,
syringe.
that
Yeah,
is
you're
likely
right.
longer
I
than
lied. Yeah, you're right.
than your genitalia,
Hey,
and you go to the guidance center and they stick it in your butt.
For the viewers at home,
It's my arm.
we're talking
Right.
about a very
Right.
tiny needle.
He pulls his pants down. The white clinician at the guidance center tells him to bend over, and they stick it in his butt, and then he calms down.
Anyway,
Right. So
so yeah, when you're famous, when you do anything famous, you become a target. Like the guy that shot John Legend, the crazy guy that shot John Lennon.
John Lennon.
Not John.
Lennon.
John Lennon.
What did I say?
John
Legend.
I said John Legend.
He's alive and well, I think.
Yeah, he's fine. Okay, I meant
If anyone's gonna kill John Legend, it's Kanye.
no. Don't say that.
Don't
Those
have-
two are two legends.
They're not beefing.
Yes, they are.
That's
Mm.
allegedly.
No, it's not allegedly.
I don't think that's true. Why would they be beefing?
Because Kanye is bipolar and doesn't take
But
medication.
what did John Legend do?
Well, that's what
Nothing.
I'm saying.
Okay, well then.
You don't need to do anything. Just some guy. Like there was a guy that almost killed. What's it? The guy that would play Power Rangers. The red. Was it the Red Ranger? What's his name? You know his name?
No, but
The guy that played Tommy.
Oh, that was the Green Ranger.
Yeah, the Green Ranger. Or he was a Red Ranger.
No.
So the guy that played Tommy, someone tried to kill him a couple years ago, and it turns out that the guy that tried to, what's his name? Jason David Frank. Someone tried to kill him, but it turns out
That might be the Red Ranger.
he was like the Red Ranger, the Green Ranger, the White Ranger. He was like the star of Power Rangers, But yeah, you don't have to really do anything. The guy that almost killed Tommy, the guy that played Tommy, Jason David Frank, turns out he was crazy. Like he went to an institute because of that. But well, I want to take this a step back and say, well, what does God think about this? What does God think about all this violence happening? Well, in the Bible, it says that in the last days there'll be people who have no natural affection. And 2 Timothy 3, verses 1 and 3, it says, but know this, that in the last days, critical times hard to deal with will be here. For men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, haughty, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, disloyal, and here's this, having no natural affection, not open to any agreement, slanderers, without self-control, fierce, without love of goodness. So this guy is showing what the Bible predicted would happen.
You know what? I'd like to chime in here. I think that he does show that, this is a voice for the voiceless and someone who thinks very lowly about the direction, about where the company's headed, probably.
Oh, that's a good take.
As well as someone who's probably feeling, I wouldn't say suicidal, but at least doesn't think very highly of their life because they've decided to throw a good portion of it away just on a violent streak that didn't really have much results, I would say.
He was sacrificial.
Sacrificial.
He was like a sacrificial lamb. Like, so you're saying that he would sacrifice his life for the rest of us, like he's Jesus.
Well, I don't know about his whole entire life, but I think he did just enough to get the message across. But he's definitely going to receive some sort of punishment for this. I mean,
the man set fire to outside his house, and threatened to blow up. Molotov cocktail is a bomb. Like it's a bottle with gasoline or some kind of inflammatory fluid. So flammable fluid.
Well,
I don't know English.
The veteran sitting next to you doesn't seem to think that it's a big deal.
Yeah, you're a veteran. You should know.
I make it sound like it's not a big deal. I know that it's a big deal, and I'm looking up right now what an arson charge would actually be. And I don't know if it warrants something along the lines of attempted murder or anything like that.
Well,
it's a very serious.
To the young man, you had the right idea, just the wrong person. Let us have the Chat GPT go blow up the next man's house. All right.
We don't condone violence here.
I condone violence.
No.
Okay. Violence is necessary. Violence is the answer. Okay.
Okay.
Be
Well,
violent at all times, but be a little bit more judicious about your violence.
and there's another scripture in the Bible: "Love your neighbor." Matthew 22:39.
Mm.
The second like it. So Jesus was being questioned, "What is the greatest commandment?" And Jesus, before this, Jesus said the greatest commandment is to love God with everything you've got, your whole soul, whole mind, whole heart, everything. And he said the second like it is this: you must love your neighbor as yourself.
Mm.
So how is this man following this command from Jesus, basically from God? And I'd be surprised if this guy was Christian. Like, do Christians actually do this?
Well,
We live in a Christian nation,
Well-
according to some people.
well, like I said before, if from his perspective he doesn't view Sam Altman as his neighbor, because Sam Altman is engaging in behavior that is dangerous to him and his well-being. So why?
I think he's speaking for the generation potentially.
right.
Or the
So
millennials, you hearing this, Duelistocrats? He's speaking for us.
Well, 20 years old is not a millennial.
shut up, pussy.
Oh, that's true. Millennials are like 22 to 40. You know.
No, they're your age or not. Okay?
I'm 32.
For everyone.
Well,
wondering.
let me ask you this question: what if this young man says that he was directed to do this by God? Because we don't know yet.
Oh, he could have been loopy.
You're
And it-
loopy.
we
You're
don't-
loopy.
I mean,
There's definitely a mental health angle that we're potentially not looking at.
he could be upset like Kamikaze's saying,
Hmm.
or he could just why you could sue the guy. You could become a millionaire by suing him. That's how you get rich people's attention. You sue them. You don't have to kill them. You don't have to kill them.
So he should sue with money that he probably doesn't have, and then end up having to pay legal fees for bringing a frivolous lawsuit against a guy, again, that he can't pay back. Right? He should take your advice when it comes to that, right? Right.
I
John?
mean, that'd be a lot better than spending the rest of your life in jail or in a mental institute.
all that brain inside your skull, and you come up with ideas like that.
Okay, you're full of jokes.
Yeah,
You got jokes
for,
on you.
for the people, if you can't see, this guy's brain is so big he has creases on the sides of his forehead.
Anyway,
He looks crazy.
So next topic. You have anything to bring up, Master
I
Klein?
don't have anything further to add to that.
His
one.
No,
name is
any new
Timbuktu.
topic?
We will see.
Any new topic? Anything you want to bring up as the next topic?
Positive topic.
Positive topic, yeah.
The cost of lithium-ion batteries has
Mhm.
gone down 90%, and since 1991 has gone down 99%. And I would like to tie this back to our faith-based podcast. War. I looked up what war has done to lower these costs, and it says that war has only made these costs go up. So we're looking at humanity doing itself a solid and in their research development. I think there was like something about the chemistry of what the science base that develops the technology for those batteries. All kinds of advantages there that we gave ourselves.
So you're saying that science, technology, engineering all improve the cost of lithium-ion batteries found in cell phones, cars, computers, found in basically in all modern tools, technology,
That's accurate.
But
yes.
wars have like destroyed that basically.
Yeah, war has made the prices of
Mm.
them go up, and I think that goes without saying.
Would you say war and politics, or just war? Or has politics helped it, or is it like a mixed bag? Like, what would you say?
So my original thinking about this was that some countries are short on natural resources, and there are lithium caves that they mine for lithium the same way they would mine gold back in the day. And so some countries are interested in these natural resources. There's been talk of the United States wants to annex Greenland. The war in Russia is kind of going on about natural resources too. So my thought process was that this is part of the reason why the costs maybe have gone down. I don't know. I'm not an economist.
Well, lithium ion is just basically dirt. It's a rock. You can find it anywhere, really.
Right.
It's like there's no shortage of that. You just get a deposit.
Well, there
it's
is
not.
a
It's not.
shortage.
It's not like oil where a plant has to die and spend so many thousands, millions of years being compressed. It's not like oil like that.
Right.
It's a rock.
Right.
That's the most plentiful thing ever. Like
Right. But it is a limited resource.
the man. I mean, you go to space and find rocks. Rocks are everywhere.
And so I guess technology has developed to the point where now we're spending less to develop the lithium that we have, basically.
Well, recently, I believe this morning I read that they weren't. I think they've been able to do this for a very long time, but it's been confirmed now that they are able to make lead from gold, but only in the particle accelerators found throughout the world. They've been able to do that, but so it only lasts for like a millisecond or so, and then it evaporates, or whatever the correct scientific term would be. So it is possible to make lead, to make gold from lead. And so I'm saying that even if lithium ion is a finite resource now, maybe in the future you can create giant particle accelerators to manufacture lithium ion without going to space, digging up the earth. Like you can change one element to the other. That's the dream of alchemy, and they have been doing that. And
That's a really beautiful thought. And,
they can do that with anything, really.
Yeah, God put a certain amount of materials on this planet, and if we keep on eating them up like they're candy, eventually they're going to run out, and that's how that goes.
Well, speaking of God, you have anything to say about this, Kamikaze?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I'm looking at some of these trainings on Twitter right now, and I might
Did
have
you say
to.
trannies?
Yeah, I might have to go over to the other side, man.
Trannies?
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
Some of these niggas is looking alright, man.
So are they looking all right because of their hormone displacement therapy, or because of their makeup and dress?
Man, I don't know, but they getting my attention.
You got a wild one over here. But anyways,
this woman is not a tranny, but that's fat though.
Anyway, so speaking of God, what do you think God thinks about all of this? All our progress, all our forward thinking, all our technology. Is it a good thing?
I think that
It's a great thing.
Yeah, I'm glad Kamikaze chimed in here. Take the floor, please.
It's a great thing. It's a great thing. We're taking the resources that he left us, and we're using them in ways that benefit most, if not all.
Maximizing the potential for what he gave us.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Love it.
you guys are right. I believe, because in the Bible, what's God's perspective on this? He one of the first commands that God gave Adam and Eve was to be fruitful and become many. So this being fruitful has to do with creating technology, creating industry, being productive. So that's what these scientists are doing. They're not wasting time watching TV and eating chips. They're out there doing some serious work to solve some of the world's serious problems.
Some would say God's work.
Yeah, that actually is God's work.
That is God's work.
They are doing God's will.
Cal, what's the shape of the Earth?
It's a spheroid or a geoid or something.
Just making sure. And
roundish.
And
rounded.
and how long ago did the Earth come into existence? Was it 7,000 years ago?
It is debated by atheists.
But I'm asking you.
Some people say 6,000 years.
I'm asking you.
Some people say millions of years.
3.4 billion years.
Billions of years.
I'm asking you. I'm asking you when you think the Earth came into existence.
I think he's trying to out you as a flat earther.
Flat earther. You don't want to know my opinion. You don't want to know my opinion. You just get offended.
Okay, so tell me, offend me.
So a couple years back, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw a guy that said he was the devil.
Right.
And he said...
Now, mind you, hold on. So, ladies and gentlemen, this individual who's speaking has said that he has met Jesus Christ in a psych ward. he said that he specifically was sent to help people and that we should all kowtow to him and his views and demands and all these things because he's the only one on the world who helps. And now he's saying that he met the devil.
I told you that.
So no, you never said that you met the devil.
I meant,
You never said that.
This is for a different topic, different day. But for now, I meant
audience at home, the credibility to his character has nothing to do with the credibility of this podcast.
Right. The Duelistocrats need context. So
Duelistocrat. Okay.
I'm just providing.
So anyway, I'm gonna answer your question of how old I think the Earth is.
Floor is yours, Senator.
So I met a guy. Well, I didn't even met him, but I saw him. He was just talking to people in general.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he was a devil,
Right.
and that he hated God for telling him to serve mankind.
Mm-hmm.
He said he worshipped God for thousands of years.
Right.
So by him saying that, he gave us a hint that maybe the Earth really is just a couple thousand years old instead of millions of years old. So that's why I brought that up.
So you're basing your opinion on the Earth's inception on what a guy who claims to be the devil said about how long he's been rebelling against God.
Well, also,
no. Yes,
let me
yes
finish.
or no.
Let me finish.
Yes or no.
It was multiple things that added to that. Multiple things, because religious people say that the Earth is about 6,000 years old.
7,000.
7,000, 6,000, 7,000, so around there.
Mm-hmm.
And then this guy saying he's a devil, so that he's worshipped God for thousands of years. So that, and then they came up with 7,000 or 6,000 years that they added up. They added up the ages of the characters in the Bible, and they said that the Earth is about 6,000, 7,000 years old. So they used the Bible. The religious people used the Bible, and then it was confirmed by the guy saying he was the devil. So that's what makes me think
by the guy.
Right.
That the Earth,
trust me, bro.
The Earth and universe is probably not billions, but maybe just like a couple thousand, well, maybe like 6,000, 7,000.
He could have left us a little bit more natural resources than I think. Maybe.
Have you ever seen space? Do you realize how big it is?
Yeah. Well, no.
You know how much material is in space?
Probably
cosmos.
Brother. Yesterday you said that there was nothing in space and that we were wasting time going up there.
No, you said that.
No, I never said
you made that up just now.
No, I didn't.
When I said there's nothing in space, there's no trees.
Moon base wasting time.
Bro, I'll smack you in your mouth on this podcast, man. Watch how you speak to me, dog.
Okay. Now, for the sake of time, we have to move on to the next topic.
Cool.
So, I bring up the next topic. Kamikaze, would you like to bring up the next topic?
No, go ahead, man.
No?
Okay.
So
actually, let's talk about beautiful women for a second. So I I'm a wrestling fan, not of the current product like we spoke about, but I love watching beautiful women wrestle. Right? Jade Cargill is getting ready to do her thing at WrestleMania. Pardon me.
Anyway.
Excuse me.
This is
important.
A beautiful.
Okay. I'm familiar with her now.
A beautiful black woman, a beautiful body. She's probably not the best wrestler, but she deserves to hold the belt like she's doing right now. I want to give her a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Trish Stratus for still looking phenomenal. She's in her 50s now. You look great. Lita, I fuck with you. I love you. Thank you for everything you've done. The cheek implants need to go. I saw a picture of her from the side, and she looks like the Saw character. Those need to go, and you're better than that, right? You're also in your 50s. I think you just turned 50 recently. You know better than that. All right,
it's hateful.
Anyway,
shout out to Liv Morgan.
So shout out to the next topic.
Hold on. Let the other head second because you're not straight.
Okay, so what do you want to say?
Right, you're not straight. So let the other.
I just wanted to ask one question.
Yeah.
What are the pictures that we're talking about?
Oh, let me pull it up for you because I saw it on Reddit.
No, okay. Next topic. So next topic.
Circle back to that.
Mm-hmm. Iran war live. Pakistan talks make or break as Israel bombs Lebanon. So this is a report from the news. It says Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says U.S.-Iran talks in Islamabad slated to begin on Saturday. Oh, that already happened. And are a make or break to achieve a permanent ceasefire in the weeks-long Middle East conflict. Israel continues to bombard Lebanon after killing at least 300 people and injuring 1,150 in nationwide strikes on Wednesday. That was last week. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi says that if the U.S. is willing to crater its economy in continuing to allow Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to kill diplomacy by not adhering to the ceasefire, that would be Washington's choice. So the war in Iran. So you have anything to say about that?
There's a lot to be said about the war in Iran. I don't know exactly where to begin. 254 people, I believe, was the count of how many were dead from the bombing that took place in Lebanon. I did a little bit of research on this one, and from my memory, there have been 7 attacks on Lebanon in the past 50 years. So this is nothing new. This is reoccurring. From what I understand, they bombed Lebanon because that's where Hezbollah they feel has a stronghold or a base out of there. I'm hesitant to use words like base because I don't know. But regardless, here we go again with more bombings and more countries being involved in a war that we don't know when will end. And
It's like Afghanistan all over again.
I am opposed to war, just in general. Yeah, I side with Pope Leo on this.
Pope Leo?
Yeah.
Well, a couple of days ago, you did say that the Pope was against the war. And I know that if you know anything about, I believe it was World War II with Hitler, that when the Nazis were rising to power, the religious leaders didn't oppose Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
They just let Hitler do whatever he felt like doing. And people of today and later on in today say that if the religious leaders would have opposed Hitler, he would have not gotten as far. So today, if the Pope, that's what you said, right? The Pope,
Yes,
if
the Pope has spoken out against this.
If the Pope is against the war, then that means his followers, the Catholics around the world, would be against it too. Not necessarily just the governments, but the people themselves. So that means there's less likely that they're going to be a world war, like what happened in Hitler's day. So what do you say to that?
As far as I know, the Pope has been the only religious leader to speak out about it. I think that might be because he's American, and there's been talk about they want to know what Trump thinks about what the Pope said and this and that, trying to stir up some news there.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if other religious leaders condemn the war, though.
Well, the Pope is a big one. If he says something, it's like gold.
I'm an advocate for violence. I think that the war that's going on is a beautiful thing. I think Iran is doing a great job.
What are you, the villain?
Brutalizing its citizens who speak out against the
theocracy.
You don't
want to say that. No.
Hang them, burn them, kill them, torture them.
What are the positive aspects about the negative aspects about the war?
Listen, man, niggas need to be put in their place, and not everyone is meant to have a voice. When people are in power, shut the fuck up and do as you're told. And if you don't do it, we're gonna murder you. We're gonna kill you, torture you, burn you at the stake. We're gonna do all that stuff. And Iran has the right to do that, right? And America needs to stop trying to be the world's policeman and stop bothering brown people in the Middle East. Stop bombing people. Israel needs to follow the same thing. Israel, we could have an entire podcast on everything that's wrong with Israel. And why
not gonna lie,
it.
but there are people who generally do believe that. Like they say, let's just bomb, kill, rape, destroy. Right. They actually do believe that. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And
I'm whatever we say, we're responsible for whatever we say.
I am one of them.
Well, okay.
Okay.
So one of the positives about that would be that the United States is an enforcement in a world that is chaotic.
Enforcement of what?
The U.S. is more chaotic than Iran.
Enforcement of what?
Enforcement of blood and death. And what did you
Mhm.
say?
Murder, torture.
Yeah, no, right. That
Right.
goes without saying.
hmm But what I'm saying is that you said that the world is chaotic and that the U.S. needs to be the policeman
Right.
that governs all of that.
Well,
What I'm saying is that the U.S. is more chaotic than Iran.
So you would like that to spread that chaos around?
No, I want the U.S. to mind its fucking business and let
Okay.
Iran do its
Okay.
thing.
okay.
All right.
So, what does God think about this? Well, there's a couple scriptures that I have to say that one of them is that Jesus actually said, because Iran is around the Middle East, around that area where Israel is, and all that, that not a stone will be left on a stone and not be thrown down. So, Jesus was basically saying that the root cause of the Jews fighting in that area would be linked to what it says at Luke 19:44, that it says, they will dash you and your children within you to the ground, and they will not leave a stone upon a stone in you, because you did not discern the time of your being inspected. So Jesus was basically saying, I think, in my opinion, what he's really saying is that, well, what I learned from this is that you should listen when God talks,
Mm.
because if you don't, like, you're not gonna like it, So
Right.
that's why I'm out here trying to help people, because I think it's my God-given quest,
Mm-hmm.
my God-given responsibility to help people through business.
Right. And talk about how you plan to help people, my brother.
Well, I have a lot of ideas actually, but
Mhm.
one of them is through a card game where people can earn money in a card game by selling art. They sell art in a card game. They paint on cards and they sell it.
Mm.
And also, I'm gonna update my website to include like a gallery marketplace where people can not just sell cards, but any art they want, like sculptures, paintings, music, writing, books, any kind of creative endeavor, and also disaster survival tools. They put it on the gallery, and I'll help promote that for them. So that's how I would help people.
Will there be a link to this website
Oh,
in the
yes.
podcast?
You guys can support it right now as I build the
Huh.
the website. The website is available, but I need to update it more. The website is calculatcal.com. Real simple is my name, calculatcal.com.
And make sure you like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, guys. If you feel like this is helping you, making you think, or you're getting some help, benefit from this podcast, I suggest you like and subscribe. That would really help
Shatter that like button.
to encourage more conversations like this, and also help us by going to calculatcal.com, and everything is there. You'll know what to do. And also leave a link in description. I'll leave a link in the description for those who just like to click away and leave us a tip or support us. So another thing I have to say is that there's another thing that Jesus said. He said not just a stone left on a stone, but there will be wars and reports of wars like we're seeing now. So Matthew 24:6 says, "You're going to hear of wars and reports of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for these things must take place, but the end is not yet." Anything you have to say about that, Kamikaze?
Say that again, bro. I was looking
Yes,
at.
I need that one too.
Okay. You're going to hear of wars and reports of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for these things must take place, but the end is not yet. Will you have anything to say about that?
I mean, listen, man. Niggas beef. You know what I mean? It's like if I'm up the block and you down the block, this is my territory, and I see you in the corner pitching. I'm gonna address you. You know what I mean? So, and sometimes if I walk up to a gentleman and I say, hey, this is my spot,
Jesus,
and you don't want to get off the block, then I got to come back with reinforcements. It's as simple as that.
Jesus is saying.
So you're in favor of wars, of Matthew's take on war.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that that's a Bible quote.
Yeah, why are you shocked? That's what Jesus said.
That's not what Jesus said. That was the book of Matthew. I don't think that he said that. I think Matthew was saying that.
No, that was Matthew was recording what Jesus said.
I told you violence is the answer. Violence is necessary. So
Maybe he's saying that war is the natural progression without condoning war and actually condemning war.
actually, well, why don't you tell these people about how you want to be baptized Jehovah's Witness, and it's not going too well for you.
Well, I do want to be considered a Jehovah's Witness, but you're only a Jehovah's Witness if you're baptized by a Jehovah's Witness. So,
Right.
So I'm not a Jehovah's Witness.
Now, be specific. Why won't your congregation baptize you?
But like Kamikaze is insinuating,
Be specific
the
about.
Jehovah's Witness
Be
will not baptize me
be specific about
because
why.
I told them I
Right.
have met Jesus Christ.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Sounds crazy, but
just again, I want people to understand the level of craziness that me and Timbuktu are dealing with.
masterclass.
Timbuktu are dealing with
Masterclass.
in this room. I just want to make that clear.
No, but it's the serious things that happen. I believe Jesus is on earth. I saw him. He actually looks like me. He's dark skinned. He's tall, afro, bearded.
I like that we live in a world where people with mental disabilities or other than normally challenged can condemn people like the attacker of Sam Altman and
Right.
and really discuss it.
So what are you trying to say?
That and it doesn't matter if you have seen Jesus Christ yourself to be able to talk about Jesus Christ himself.
Well, I know what I saw. I know what I went through. I mean, it's not like overnight I said, this guy, when I first saw him, I thought he was crazy too. He was in the psych ward, so I thought this guy was crazy. But it's just by his behavior. And I think it's Holy Spirit, but Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't agree. They say none of that is real. Jesus is in heaven, he's never coming back to earth. But a lot of that takes faith. Do you believe Jesus is on earth? Do you believe it? That's what it really all boils down to. So the next topic, masterclass, would you like to take it away?
Yes, I just don't remember what my next topic is. If you could remind me.
Something about, let me see, you got the murder that happened. The guy
that's right. A man was murdered by the Yonkers Police Department. The story goes, there's two different stories. The one that was originally reported on the news and the one that was reported later. The one that was on the news was that a man was shot in the face because he was trying to hold up some sort of store. Unless I'm getting the reports mixed up, and that's entirely possible too. But a man got shot in the face while he was holding up the store with a knife in Yonkers. And after doing some research, it says that the man was not holding up a store, but was in an apartment complex, and he had an altercation with a knife with an individual in the lobby area, I guess, of the building. The police came and tased him twice, and he died in custody.
So you're saying that they're just making things up?
And that's why I have this story is it brings up an important issue, and that's reporting the facts about a case, number one, and number two, that some man potentially needlessly died by being arrested.
Well, good thing you brought that up, because in ancient Israelite days, and even to this day, I don't think God wants us to what do you call that? Bear false witness. I think that's what
bearing false witness.
Bearing false witness was one of the 10 commandments, I believe, and it was a very serious offense. I forget the punishment if you do bear false witness, but that's just like lying, flat out lying on someone just to get them in trouble.
Right, like how you lie about having met Jesus.
No, that's not a lie.
Yeah, it is a lie.
That's not bearing false witness.
Yeah, you are bearing false witness.
You have my testimony. You have my word.
No.
Well, let's move on to the case of the person who did die.
You're being blasphemous, you dumb bitch.
After being told to stop, and was tased 2 times and then handcuffed and I think it was cardiac arrest is the ultimate reason why he ended up perishing.
God bless that brother.
Well, bearing false witness was a serious offense.
Shut up. Shut up.
But
Okay, Cranium, shut up and let Timbuktu do his thing.
masterclass.
This is my topic, but we're all free to chime in here.
Mm.
You know, let's get a chaotic perspective, Kamikaze, and
It's not chaotic.
or Cal.
I just tell the truth, right? Most, if not all, cops are white supremacists, right? They put their blue suit on, they put the badge on, they go outside, and their job is to harass and harm black and brown people, right?
Do you think they went above and beyond by tasing this person twice?
Well, yeah, they tased him and then they shot him in the
But
face.
he had a knife and he was threatening people.
So what? Shoot him in the leg or something, right? Or put your
I'm
hands
not entirely sure that's how tasing works. I've never been tased.
I really don't care, right?
Okay.
This black man who is likely innocent, who lost his life to white supremacists. We need to be out in the streets. We need to be protesting. We need to be showing up to the front door of the Yonkers Police Department demanding accountability.
What about this person's family? You know, the person who was being threatened with the knife, or the police officer's family. You know, there's backlash on everybody now. The police department.
It's just violence is not a very.
He probably had
he
probably had a plastic butter knife, and the person who was being threatened.
It was a machete, I believe.
This guy might have been crazy too.
He.
But then again, you can't say everybody's crazy.
I'm not using
this
the word
guy
crazy.
may have been.
I'm not using the word crazy. I think that he was innocent. He lost his life senselessly due to police misconduct. The police go outside looking to take out issues that they had from their childhood when they were getting smacked around and bullied and told what to do and not fighting back. And now they want to exercise those same grievances out on the general public.
The angry black man's perspective. Now, Cal, what would you have done to
impoverished black and brown people?
Well, I mean,
peacefully resolve it for us.
If you see a cop, kill a cop.
I am mentally ill also. I have been in the mental health system.
We'll have to
and I'm still in the mental health system. I'm recovering from mental illness. I am certified peer specialist, so I'm qualified to answer this. From my training, the system, the government is trying to, and the industry, the peer specialist industry, they are trying to develop peers like myself who have been in the mental health system to respond to mental disturbances in the community, so that things like this wouldn't happen. Like, instead of showing up with a gun and a cop, you show up with understanding and camaraderie.
I couldn't agree more.
You say things like, "Well, how are you feeling today?" Because these people, some of them, they're just trying to get help, but they don't know how to ask for it.
They have to realize that life is so important.
You can't. Life is not like a movie where the action hero and the bad guy, you get a gun and the problem solved. It's not like that. We're talking about real people, real situation, real families, real problems. But they are trying to help the mentally ill.
Say what you just said.
That life is really important.
No. Say it.
But
say it.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, as a peer, like when you deploy yourself as a peer specialist in this scenario, how are you walking up? There's a guy who with a knife, and he wants to kill.
Mm-hmm.
How do you talk him down? How do you reach to him?
I think there is such a thing as that you can speak to him first. You can say, well, how are you feeling? You can talk to him first, but there comes a time where you have to restrain him to protect other people and himself from just hurting himself. So they need to develop more non-lethal weapons They're not really weapons.
Well-
they're more like tools. Well, they are weapons.
I have to play devil's advocate here because tasing someone, I mean, obviously is like the
Well, like I mean, like tools that don't hurt, weapons that don't hurt. They just like take away your free will, or they take away your freedom of movement. Like it freezes you. You know, it doesn't have to hurt because that's what these tasers do. They hurt you, but sometimes these people are so far gone that they're not gonna feel pain.
I
So
say
you need
tranquilize them. That's what I say.
tranquilize them.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of tranquilizing them, but I don't know.
Tranquilizers, they take like 30 minutes to an hour to work. You know, I've been tranquilized before. Like they tranquilized me in the hospital. I am, yeah. They tranquilized me in the hospital. It took me like 30 minutes to an hour to work. I was just walking around, and all of a sudden I'm like, "Oh, I feel kind of tired. Went in my room, collapsed. You know, so. But it did work after about 30 minutes. It
You're a
worked.
fucking monkey.
It worked.
You're an animal. You understand me?
An animal.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Stop it, man. What else we got? We're about now. We're in, man.
So, okay, the last topic. Let's move on to the next topic. Last topic. Okay, so the last topic is about the draft. Now, this is on the news. Automatic U.S. military draft registration planned by December. A filing shows. So this happened last week, I believe.
Oh, this is fake news.
Fake news. Well, let me read what the report says. It says the Selective Service System plans to automatically register eligible American men between ages 18 and 26 for a U.S. military draft by the end of 2026. So it's this year, at the end of this year. The proposal would implement a requirement passed by Congress to include automatic registration for every male citizen of the United States between those ages. There has not been a military draft since 1973, when U.S. involvement in the war in Vietnam was winding down. White House Press Secretary Caroline, how you say that? Levitt. Caroline.
Brother,
How you say that?
brother,
How
I
you say
told
that?
you a few days ago to not mispronounce your
How
name.
do you say that?
Caroline Levitt.
Caroline Levitt.
You
Okay.
dumb.
Caroline Leavitt.
White
you
House
dumb-
Press
hold
Secretary.
on, excuse me, stop. You are a dumb, uninformed coon.
White House Press Secretary
Okay.
Caroline Levitt recently said President Donald Trump
as well.
keeps his options on the table when asked about the chance of draft returning amid the Iran war. So we could have a draft. Well, not well.
That is just a bunch of talk from a bunch of people who I think there would be real severe backlash.
Military conscription is unconstitutional.
It's unconstitutional. There would be lawsuits galore. Nobody would show up.
You do realize who initiated these draft talk? It was Trump.
Your mother.
No offense, but this
Trump's
guy's
your mother?
the king of lawsuits. Like they sue him, and he smiles in their face. He's like, try again.
That's true.
You know how many times this guy's been
Lawsuits do
sued?
not dissuade.
You got no. It's like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Lawsuits, no effect.
That's good.
That's like a Yu-Gi-Oh card for real. Like this. Seriously, if you were playing a game of Yu-Gi-Oh, I have the Trump card. Like you try to use this sue effect, forget it.
I'm sorry, I need to correct myself. Conscription is not unconstitutional. It is constitutional.
Of course it is. It happened before. So what you mean?
That's why you have to like sign up for this shit.
Selective service.
But they'll never reinstate. Number one, they're not hurting for manpower, as far as I know. The U.S. military is doing just fine. Lots of people.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think is God's perspective on these wars? What do you think?
I think God enjoys the fact that we're on Earth tearing each other up, beating the shit out of each other, in part being the enforcer of his will by judging others and taking actions against them. I think that's what the Lord wants to see. He wants to see us assuming some of his duties and responsibilities because God exists in all of us.
Well, God did have wars. I just have to say, in Revelation 12:7-9, it says, "And war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels battled with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels battled, but they did not prevail. Nor was a place found for them any longer in heaven. So down the great dragon was hurled, the original serpent, the one called Devil and Satan, who was misleading the entire inhabited earth. He was hurled down to the earth, and his angels were hurled down with him. So this shows that God had wars. There was a war in heaven.
I'm
So
about to fart.
That does not imply war.
yeah, it's right there. God, there's a battle in heaven. So what does that
Battle in
imply?
heaven. Okay.
And it just says
Then that
when
does
war
imply
broke out.
My bad.
When war broke out. So So this is more than this is not actually poetry. It's real. Like
This is biblical verse.
so. Yeah, exactly. It was reported in the Bible that there's war in heaven. So if there's war in heaven,
So then
why
I think
wouldn't there
that
be war
when
on
God
earth?
sees us warring down on earth, he just kind of smiles and laughs. Not like a big belly laugh, but like a these fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Well,
just moves on because his war is actually real and ours is like the same as like if you had like
like toddlers.
toys and then you're like, bam,
Nah,
bam,
war
bam.
is an ugly thing. I think so.
You're an ugly thing as well.
But there was
Make
Death,
sure, make
death
sure.
is an ugly thing.
Death
That's
is
why
ugly.
life needs to be
In-
valued.
And he's ugly. He needs to include himself in that
That
list as well.
includes
in
ugly people as well as
in ancient Israel, they also had
monkeys,
military
plants.
military
ants,
service registration.
no.
Monkeys.
Numbers 1 verse 2 to 3 says, "Take a census of the whole assembly of the Israelites, individually according to their families, according to their paternal houses, according to the count of the names of all the males. You and Aaron are to register by their companies all those from 20 years old and up who can serve in the army in Israel." So they're just like they're saying there's a military. What is
I'm
that?
sorry. Can you say that one more time?
Oh, you weren't listening? It
I
says
was listening, but I interrupted.
it says I'm just saying that there were military service registration in ancient Israelite days. So numbers 1.
Okay.
Yeah. You want me to read the whole thing?
No, that's okay.
Yeah, there was military service registration. So just like I guess that's where the United States got it from, where everybody else got it from, that you register men to go to war. So they're just following the Bible, I guess. I don't know.
And women.
Well, now a woman can go to war too. I, that's another topic for another
Ladies,
Anything?
see your local recruiter
day.
for more information.
No.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, everybody. And support us at calculatcal.com. And link is in the description.
Listen, this guy's getting ready to ask you for PayPal donations and Cash App and all that stuff. Yes, all three of us are homeless, but this guy does not need any money. Do not send him nothing. Keep your pennies in your pocket and just press the like. You don't even have to comment. Just keep it moving, man. Do not take any of your hard-earned money and give it to this
No,
dumb,
we earn our
ignorant
money.
coon.
We earn our money.
He walks around.
This is a business.
He walks around in cowboy boots and dark blue pants with a red shirt. You see the shirt in front of you. He looks nuts, crazy. He has a choker on with the cow name. Yeah, is he eccentric? Yes.
Don't listen to that guy.
But he's
Just
crazy.
He's assured me that it's comfortable and it does
support
not
us by going to calculatcal.com. Don't listen to this guy.
He loves.
He's just
kinky,
antagonistic. Like and subscribe, everybody. You'll hear more.
50 Shades of
on this
Grey was made
conversation.
for him. Okay, he's nuts. Keep your money, man.
So and also we just have to take note that according to the Bible, God hates anyone who loves violence. Psalms 11:5 even says it. Jehovah God examines the righteous one as well as the wicked one. He hates anyone who loves violence. According to the Jehovah Witnesses, Jehovah is God's name. It's not Jesus.
That's from God.
And
he hates it.
Yeah,
He
says
hates
in the
you.
Bible. He hates violence completely. And you could be the perfect person, but if you love violence, he hates you. You don't have a future. He's gonna oppose you like crazy. You could be righteous, you could be good, you could be perfect, but if you love violence, you don't have a future. So that's why I design things in order to please God. Things that they promote, like it's still entertaining. It promotes action over violence. That's called Brashobi. Like it comes from the brush, like paintbrush, and obi, like the kimonos that the karate instructors wear. So it really means brush belt. and it's called Brashobi. You can check it out on my website. And anything else you want to
God is great.
say?
Oh, hold on. We have one more segment.
Not good. He's great.
We're in homie court now.
Mac and cheese is good.
So I asked Timbuktu for his number the other day. And I had a discussion with Cal.
It's masterclass.
And, I couldn't help but notice. And folks, please let me know if you think that this is a real number.
Don't say his number online.
Yeah, no,
crazy.
do not
Don't
give
do
out my
that. No, don't
personal
give out his
number.
number. That you can't do that. No.
So
No.
We're gonna see whether this number
No,
is real.
don't.
We can edit it out. Go
No,
ahead.
no,
Go
don't
ahead
do
with
that.
the number.
No. I'm gonna call his phone
Oh, okay.
and we're gonna see whether it rings.
Oh,
Okay.
my phone is off right now.
It's on.
It doesn't.
Oh, you didn't pay the bill.
I didn't pay the bill.
Please check the number and dial again.
Oh, damn it! I forgot to check. But it should be back on next month.
Okay.
So therefore, it's leave a message. That was the tone.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Go,
So-
and then you go.
So, what should be the penalty for him giving me false info?
I mean, it's not false.
Allegedly.
Guys that haven't didn't pay the bill. So, one more thing about God is that it says in the Bible that God will end all war eventually over time. So Psalm 46:9 says, He, God, is bringing an end to wars throughout the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the military wagons with fire. So it just shows vividly that God is seriously against, like, not only war, but not only violence, but war.
Kamikaze also.
It
If
is
we're being
against-
specific.
You two bitch ass niggas can wrap the podcast up, man.
God hates you.
I know.
He hates war.
I know.
All
Hates
sorts
you.
of war.
I know.
Hates you for
Anything
violence.
you want to say about that masterclass?
If anything, I think it should be an eye-opening experience for at least one of us here, as well as some of our viewers.
Mm.
I think there was a lot of really good information brought to us in the form of current events that allowed us to see the light of Lord Jesus Christ, and really get closer with Him because of it. Thank you, Cal, for the biblical scriptures.
Well, I have one more scripture before we end.
Please.
I ended on a good note, a positive note,
Mm.
and then you guys can tell me. Well, okay. So it says, God promises that peace will eventually win. That there's going to be so much peace that it says at Psalm 37:11, but meek will possess the earth, and they will find exquisite delight in the abundance of peace. So it's going to be so peaceful, so delightful. It's going to be exquisite. We're going to love it to bits. And we're going to forget everything about war, death, sorrow. Like, that's how good and powerful God is. But I just want to say, judging by everything you know in this conversation, everything you know, everything said, what you know, everything you've experienced, not just heard, but lived through, do you believe God is good? Do you actually believe God is good? So leave your comments, questions in the link. And to continue this conversation, support us at calculatecal.com. That will help support us, and we'll continue the conversation in another podcast in another time. Timbuktu. Masterclass. Yeah. Would you like to end on you want to say anything?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. What about you, Kamikaze?
Fuck y'all niggas, man.
So, okay. See you later, my Duelistocrats. Go boom.